Greetings, true believers. It's your old pal Spider-Man. Good morning, Cadre, and happy anniversary to the Shaving Cadre. Today is the 1-year anniversary of the forum. So we're going to do an all Cadre shave. So I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to be using my TSC Legacy brush and my Shaving Cadre soap from CBL Soaps. So the TSC scent is a mix of, if I remember correctly, lime, neroli, and vetiver, which each scent was chosen by one of the 3 owners to mix together for the soap. It's been a while since I've used it, and it's actually a little bit stronger than I'm remembering, which is good because I remember the first couple times I used it, I thought it was kind of weak in scent, but it seems to be a bit stronger. And really, a lot of what I'm getting right now is the vetiver, which is really good because I dig vetiver. But yeah, so a year ago today is when the forum started. As many of you know, we kind of, a lot of us were kind of disgruntled or unhappy with the way things were going on one of the other forums, and Dave, Chad, and Chris got together and formulated this idea of starting a new forum, and invited a few guys over. We initially started on Facebook, just throwing around some ideas, and within a very, very short time of talking about things on Facebook, the forum actually started much faster than any of us expected. They were talking about, hey, what do you guys think about the idea of a new forum? And we're like, yeah, that'd be great, but we're thinking, man, what's it take to start up a forum? And that's probably going to be months away, and it was really a matter of weeks before it kicked off. So I'm going to be using my Timeless. This is the stainless steel Timeless head, 0.68 gap, and a titanium razor rock handle. This will be the first time I've used this one on camera. I've used it 2 or 3 times. The only thing about this razor is I'm used to using a little bit of pressure. And maybe that's where I failed when I borrowed Dave's Timeless. Although his was the open comb version. Dave in Kentucky, that is. So the open comb version is going to be a little bit different from this one. This is the scalloped. But I probably was applying a little bit of pressure just because that's my normal. And I found that this was irritating too when I used some pressure. So really, this razor kind of is forcing me to go back to basics and use no pressure in order to get no irritation. Anyways, so the forum, man, just within a matter of weeks, it started up. And there was a handful of us that were invited to be the first members, and we kind of, I guess, not really beta tested, but just tested the things out, looked for bugs, identified them, reported them to the owners. They got them fixed, and then we had our grand opening, or so to speak, just a short while later. And as everybody on the forum knows, we just went through an upgrade for the 1-year anniversary and switched to a different platform. And this one, we switched from WordPress to Zenforo. And this is a much better platform. We have much better options, better control. It's from everything I've seen so far, I'm really, really digging this forum and as a platform. and probably the best I've seen of any of the wet shaving forums. Whether I'm a member or whether I just lurk there, like every forum I've been to has had things that I don't like about it. I've been using Tapatalk a lot because it makes things more convenient for certain aspects, and like as far as finding posts that you've contributed to. Tapatalk was much easier at organizing those posts together and finding them. But we've got options on this new forum that take care of that. And even on the mobile platform version of it, I've actually had no desire to use Tapatalk. Because everything that I want to do, I can access through the mobile version. And that was not the case with any other forum that I've tried to use. Tapatalk was the more convenient option on other forums, and it's just not here anymore. It definitely would have been nice while we were on WordPress, but the way the Zen 4 is laid out, it's working great, so I love it. But so what do I like about the Cadre? It's just a great group of guys. I mean, we started with a close-knit group of about a dozen, and we all kind of knew each other or knew of each other when we started. And at the very beginning, it was just us, and so we got really close and really tight, and so we got a good core group. But I mean, every time we get a new member, everybody is so welcoming, and we don't have any moderators. We've got the 3 owners, but we're self-moderating. Like we're all gentlemen. And it's just not the type of forum for shenanigans that would otherwise require moderating. And so it's kind of a self-policing forum, so you don't really have to worry about too much. And like I said, it's like a family. We're just so close-knit, and got a really good banter going on. We mess around with each other, poke fun at each other, but we all know it's good, all in good fun. Trash talk is very heavy, and I can be pretty sarcastic at times, and I just fit right in. But it's a lot of fun. We got things going on the forum that no other forum does. We do bingo. We've got a soap sample swap. So if you've got samples of soaps that you want to try, all you gotta do is make up some samples of your own soaps, send them in, and trade them, and pay for shipping. The guys who are running the soap sample swap donate their time to do it, but all you gotta do is pay for the shipping, and they'll send them right back to you. And so it's a great way to try some different soaps, especially some that maybe are from soap makers that don't produce samples on their own. There'd be no other way to try these out, at least without somebody piffing it to you. And that's another thing, piffs. We have so many piffs going on throughout the forum. Over the last year, it's been insane. The generosity of everybody on the forum. It's very common for someone to post something in a forum and say, man, I've never tried this, but it sounds really good. And somebody says, hey, just send me your address, I'll send you a sample of it. So that happens like all the time. And then full-blown piffs where people just, which piff is pay it forward, if you didn't know. So we get a lot of generosity of things given to us and samples and whatnot over the years. And so we're paying that generosity forward. So PIF. And so people start up threads and say, hey, I've got this, I don't like it, or I don't use it, and if you want it, just let me know and I'll give it to you. Or hey, once we get 10 people, we'll do a random draw, or hey, we're gonna play this game to win it, or whatever. There's all different ways you can do a PIF. So those are not only super cool that somebody's giving away something that they probably purchased. Sometimes it's a pay it forward that's a pay it forward. So they received it as a PIF and it didn't work out for them, so they're piffing it back. Or sometimes it's just something that you bought and just didn't work out for you. So, just the generosity of giving those things forward, and but it's also fun. Like the PIFs, like joining PIFs, is not just about the stuff that you're gonna get or that you could get. It's having fun in making the PIF, and sometimes it's a scavenger hunt or whatever it is. So I'm gonna be using Figaro to Dopobara, Figaro Monsieur Dopobara Aftershave Splash. And I said this was an all TSC shave, and this one was recommended by a couple of TSC members, and that's why I picked it up, and I really enjoy it. So that's why it is part of my TSC shave. But anyways, happy anniversary to everybody on the forum. It's been a great year. We've grown a lot in a year, lots of changes over the last year, all for the better. We're growing and becoming better all the time, so can't wait to see what the next year and the next 5 years brings for the Cadre. And it's going to be an awesome ride, and I hope you all decide to join us on the Cadre. Check me out. I am Spider on the Shaven Cadre forum, and look for the Spider-Man avatar and the Mohawk, as my badge says, or not my badge, my custom title says, the man, the myth, the Mohawk. So look for the Spider-Man or the Mohawk, and we'll see you guys on the forums. Join us if you're not a member. Join us at theshavencadre.com. Later.